So today I'm going to be winter sowing some herbs, and several of these are pretty cold tolerant. Cilantro and parsley can handle temperatures down to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And then sage is a perennial down to zone 5. What I don't have here is lemon balm because I already did that last year and it is perennial, so that's coming back. And then cilantro, I'm expecting that to have self-seeded, so I didn't want to start any more seeds for that herb. But a lot of herbs are pretty good for winter sowing. I am not doing basil right now because basil does like warmer temperatures, so I will be winter sowing that in probably early April. So cilantro you need to plant a 1/2 inch deep. All the other ones that I will be sowing only need to be a 1/4 inch deep. Now, a little trick that I heard at one point with cilantro to help with the germination was to sort of try and just split the seed. So I just pushed on the seed and it sort of cracked a little, and there it goes. And it just opens up the seed so that it can germinate. Some of them are way too hard. This one's just so hard, I can't do it. But other ones are a lot softer, and you can feel the shell sort of just slightly cracking. And that should help with faster germination. Now, parsley is an herb that the black swallowtail lays their eggs on and their caterpillars like to eat. So I am mostly planting it for the black swallowtail. So I believe dill is also one that the black swallowtail loves. I have never grown dill before, and this is a smaller variety, so they suggest that you can plant it in a 12-inch pot. And yeah, so I like this potentially smaller variety. So I've never grown sage before, but I do like the fuzzy leaves, and yeah, I'm curious about how it would do in the garden, and I might even be able to plant it out in my flower beds because they have fuzzy leaves, so probably the rabbits or the deer may not eat it. So I could sow these directly into the garden, but I don't really know where I want to put them yet. So that's why I think I'm just going to winter sow these. I will also try to cut the flowers off before they try to self-seed, because I don't really want them self-seeding everywhere in the garden. Same thing with the garlic chives. I don't know where I want to put them yet, so we'll do these in the winter sowing. These seeds are looking a little bigger than the actual chives. So I'm keeping these out in my raised bed. Hopefully they're okay being right on top of the soil. The three in the back are bunching onions that I did in my last winter sowing, where I sowed annual flowers. So all of this stuff will end up in the veggie garden. So here is my lemon balm, and I already pulled out one because I had planted 3 last year and they're huge. So I want to pull another one out, and I want to then remove the parsley here and put one of the lemon balms so that it's just contained in this one container, because it does get pretty massive and I really don't want to use up an entire bed with just the lemon balm. This took over almost half the bed. And then the Agastaki, the Navajo Sunset, also came back beautifully. And I am thinking of actually putting, I think there's 2 plants in here, putting one in the garden and then keeping one in here. It was absolutely beautiful last year. But I might actually move it to the bottom of the bed. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to plant here, but I do have to redo this bed because it really sunk down. I lost one of the strawberries. This one's not doing so well, so I might just pull this one out completely. And then the violas have returned and they're looking so incredibly beautiful. I'm hoping they spread a little bit, which I don't think they may have self-seeded. I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity on that. And the other one I'm looking for is my chamomile, and that was in this bed as well, but I'm not really seeing chamomile coming back, so I may have to winter sow that as well. And I have all of these sticks all over the place because the squirrel has been digging in my garden beds everywhere, my pots, the beds. The chipmunks tend to do that as well, and then they bury their seeds. So in the meantime, since I'm not using these beds, I have covered them with just twigs from all over my garden, because our birch tree, our river birch, just dropped so many twigs. So I figured it's a good use to just keep them off, and it's been working really well. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.